We got Zach here, and he's going to tell us about his experience with cannabis, CBD oil.
Around like 2013, 2014, somewhere around there, I started having issues with my colon. I went to the doctor. I was like, hey, having trouble sometimes seeing blood when I use the bathroom, that kind of thing. And so they sent me for some checks, and come to find out it was this thing called proctitis, which is just, it only affects a small portion of your colon. So I started having issues with that, and I couldn't afford the medicine. It was really expensive. It was like $600 a month. I just didn't do anything for it. I tried to just eat a little bit better. I didn't know what I was doing, really. They said it didn't matter from your diet. It was what I was told. People think that maybe it has something to do with your stress levels. So I was like, oh, maybe I'm stressed. I don't know. They gave me some steroids to calm it down, and then it went away for a while, and then it would come back after the steroids. I would stop taking the steroids. I went to my doctor. From that point, my proctitis, which I didn't know at the time, but it had gone into like full-blown ulcerative colitis. It was really bad. I was having a lot more issues. I was having to use the bathroom like 10 times a day or more. He said, okay, well, let's go get you checked out for that. So they sent me to this place. I found out that I had the ulcerative colitis because they do a colonoscopy. They check you, and they told me as far as they could look with their little camera, as far as they could go, it was inflamed in ulcers. Wow. And then with my esophagus, I found out that I had GERD, but I also found out that I had a hiatal hernia, and also found out that I had Barrett's esophagus. Wow. I tried a lot of different treatments. Steroids, I think, were the only thing that really worked for me, but steroids just... The
side effects are terrible.
Yeah, really bad. I was on salamine, prednisone, a bunch of different ones I couldn't, but ones for like pain, for your stomach. I was on all kinds of different things, man. I was like an old man. I had a big tray of pills to keep me on track. A younger doctor was pushing me to get my colon removed, like right there, wanted me to, sign on the dotted line and let's go ahead and take that colon out. I told him, I said, why don't we just try some treatments first? Like shortly after, that was about the time we kind of linked up, and I started taking your CBD, and I was really skeptical about it. It became legal for everybody. That's when I started taking it. And I was really reluctant to try it because I was like, this is going to be a waste of time. It's going to be like everything else I've tried. So I tried it, and like literally, I think like a few days into it, I was already starting to feel better. Like things were clearing up. And I'm like, what the hell? I was like, nah, I was on my way to getting better anyways. Like I kept taking it. It kept working. The more I took it, the more effective it was. And I took it every day. So I was taking your stuff, and then all of a sudden, the inflammation would go down, and then I wouldn't see as much blood, and things started to go back to normal. They had sent me a letter in 2019. They're like, hey, you're due for a scope. I went and got it done. I expected them to say like, oh, your Barrett's esophagus hasn't changed at all. You're fine. And the doctor comes in and talks to me, and he's like, your Barrett's esophagus is gone. There's no sign of it. I'm like, wait, what? Did I understand him correctly? So I got the results, and like his words exactly is unremarkable. And he told me that whatever I was doing, just to keep doing it. Like Barrett's esophagus is not something that's curable. And for him to go in and not have, there's no trace of it whatsoever. It's completely gone. Like there's no trace of it. Awesome. Like it's just like it never happened. Something that they tell you cannot be cured, and now there's just it's crazy. Yeah. It was amazing to think that only a couple drops of oil could do something like that. Yeah. I've been taking the oil, like I said, for a couple years now. It's been working great. It's the only thing that I take for my ulcerative colitis right now. Is just the oil. Wow. That's all I take.
It's something I never expected.
Yeah,
me either. I was helping you.
I couldn't believe it either. One thing I can say to that too is in my early 20s, I really started having bad allergies. I was allergic to mold, to dust mites, to grass, to like any grass that grows in Michigan, to all the trees. Since I started taking this, and I don't know, for whatever reason, maybe I was outgrowing it. I don't know. Like I said, I'm kind of skeptical. I would like to think that the CBD has helped me out, because I actually got a blood test done for my allergies, and it came back as negative. Like I wasn't allergic to anything. Probably from doing the CBD stuff. I got no other explanation, because I haven't really been doing anything different. My diet is still kind of crappy. I had pizza yesterday. This is my story, and it's my experience with it. And I've had nothing but success with it. Like I said, it wasn't life or death for me. So I can't say that it's saved my life, but it saved my quality of life.
Oh, big time.
Yep.
It's awesome.
It's great. I love it. I'm going to keep doing it for as long as I can, and then hopefully, you know, you'll have the shop open for a while, and I won't have to find a new supply.
Well, his testimony, we're hoping, is going to help a lot of people because we know, I mean, one of the